One major story off the front page of the papers, and we open the phone line for you to share your own analysis of the story that we're going to be looking at this morning. But this morning we have two, and we're taking them off the front pages of Vanguard and the Guardian newspaper. The major headline on the front page of Vanguard reads, Petrol price hike, Nigerians at breaking point, NLC and ATIKU warn. The story is on page 5, and what we have is that the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, former Vice President Alhaji Atiku Abubakar warned that the increase in petrol price by the federal government has put most Nigerians on a breaking point. This is also coming as human rights lawyer Mr. Femi Falana, SAN, yesterday urged the federal government to ensure completion of rehabilitation of the nation's refineries by September 2024 or take legal action against the contractors for breaching their contracts. Also, SERAP, that's Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, asked the president to direct NNPCL to immediately reverse the apparently illegal and unconstitutional hike in the pump price of petrol across its retail outlets. As it is, NLC has asked Nigerians to revolt against the price hike. Atiku has said the situation of the average Nigerian and the economy will be further compounded by the plans of the government to increase VAT, which is coming on the heels of the recent hike in petrol price. And now we are looking at it from the angle of how bad is the situation at this time. Now everyone is talking out, everyone is screaming as regards it's a crisis of survival, as it is now a crisis of survival that has gripped Nigerian workers and citizens. This crisis is not an accident of fate, but a direct consequence of ill thought out and ill implemented policies by the Tinubu-led federal government. The hike in petrol price, the devaluation of the naira, the unrelenting increase in an electricity tariff have compounded the hardship of ordinary Nigerians. As it is now, even unchecked corruption, fiscal indiscipline have also paved the way for the lifestyle among some political office holders with little regard for the suffering of the masses. For us to say that you tell us to tighten our belts, and what are you doing, to also try to fit in into the struggle that Nigerians are going through at this time now. So with this, the impact of the policies of this government on the everyday lives of Nigerians and their families has been nothing short of devastating. So we're asking, how bad is the situation and what should the government do immediately to help with the situation? And please, nobody should say rice. Yes, because every problem that we go through in this country, it almost seems as if the government just comes, oh, take rice. There's fuel price hike, take rice. There is insecurity, take rice. There is increase in school fees or whatnot, take rice. And even the rice, they said they will sell it at 40,000 naira. I don't know any point. I don't know if WAD knows anywhere where they are selling the 40,000 naira rice. So I can go and take part of it. We've not heard anything as regards that one. But then what should the government do immediately? We're not talking long-term solutions. We're talking now in order to arrest this multidimensional poverty that at least 80% of Nigerians have found themselves in at this time now. That's the first focal point. The second is still hinged on this, crisis of survival that Nigerians are currently grappling with. Back to school, parents are groaning as fees and fares have spiked by over 70% as there are concerns for dropout. As a parent, how are you dealing with the resumption to school of your children? What advice do you have for parents or school owners or even the government on the situation in Kogi and Edo State, for example? The government there have, indefinitely suspended resumption of schools. All right. And then you also have some parents as it is now. A lot of children are at home. They can't resume today because the parents have not yet paid their schools. We have parents that have lost their jobs. We have parents that have shut down their businesses. All right. And, we have parents that are still trying to even get a fraction of the fees. And then on the part of the school, you also have schools have increased their fees. Yes, it's a norm for private schools to adjust their fees at the beginning of every session, but this particular one has come due to prevailing economic situation that's occasioned by rising inflation and also the increase in petrol. All right, because a lot of these schools, you have to provide power in the schools for there to be a conducive environment for learning, and you have as high as from 380 to 570. You have a school fees that used to be 60,000 naira is now 120. You have school fees of 65,000 is now 125. From 65 to 135. Before, when you are increasing school fees, you see maybe a 10,000 naira increase or a 20,000 naira increase, but here we are seeing 100% increase. So as a parent, how are you dealing with resumption to school for your children? What advice do you have for parents, for school proprietors, and even the government on this particular situation that we have now? Because even by January now, a lot of people will be looking at house rent as well. All right, so this is just a lot. It's just too much on the average Nigerian. Crisis of survival, that's the conversation this morning. So let's talk, but of course we'll hear from Fuad Said first, and then we open the phone line officially. Over to you, Fuad.
All right, Sandra, the first issue is the situation of the country, this price hike, NLC, the GUC, civil society organizations, SERAP, Mr. Femi Falana. I think Mr. Femi Falana should start to put the papers together, because this September the finance will not work. And that I can take with all sense of.
No, but they promised us August. That means there were things that were putting in place for them to August.
If Femi Falana say he's saying he's going to go to court, take the contractors to court if the refinery does not work. I'm saying that you start to put the papers together, because it will not work. We're talking about all the refinery. Even Port Harcourt standard coach will not work in September. So you should. I think what you be saying is that, look, I'm going to court already. I have to start to put papers together. So that's what that. But again, the government has to quickly do some standard. But the crisis is getting out of hand, and it can't be a right solution. It can't be a right and base solution. Tokenism is not going to work here. This level of crisis we have, that selling bag of rice at 40,000 naira will solve the problem. No, so not. And that's why I don't look out for things like that. And you're saying, maybe I know where they're saying. Look, because I know we're just wasting our time. We're very scratching the surface. Paper over car. I don't really watch out for things like that. It's just a complete waste of time. To say, where are they selling rice for 40,000 naira? Is that what will solve the problem we have now? And for people who keep talking about, the government has no choice. The president keeps saying it, I have to take a hard decision. Sandra, I'll tell you 2 presidents in the world that actually are taking hard decisions. But they started with themselves and the political class. Sandra, there are 2 presidents in the world today who are being used as a model for taking hard decisions. But the hard decision is not only on the poor people. They started with themselves and the political class. The first president, Sandra, is the president of Argentina, President Jᴏɪᴜ. He came in by first cutting down the cost of governance before removing every other thing on subsidy. He started with the government, cut down the cost of governance. I think he even reduced his cabinet ministers to 9 from about 20 something. He started flying on commercial aircraft before, until recently, when they now tell you for security reasons he has to now fly on the presidential jet. He started by flying with ordinary people and entering commercial aircraft with them. Cut down the cost of governance, reduce everything before he now started his reforms. And with that, Sandra, the people now trust him. Despite the hardship, the suffering that people are going through in Argentina, they now trust him. In fact, they are now ready to wait to see the dividends. And the dividends are already coming, Sandra. For the first time in over a decade in Argentina, their budgets have moved from deficit to surplus. But what we are saying is that the tough decision started with him as president and the people in government. Not just the reform we are doing in Nigeria, there's only about the poor people. The people in government are still doing the whole thing. They are still buying private jets. They are still buying SUVs. The president is still buying a new presidential aircraft, buying new SUV. So this hard reform is only on the poor masses. That's what we are saying. What are they doing on their side to show that things have to be done differently? Nothing. Look at the president of Senegal, the young man. The man has cut down the cost of governance so modest in what he's doing. He told his people in his appointees that, look, it can't be business as usual. And that's why the people of Senegal, despite the trust, the hardship at this time, trusting him and his policies. But here, there's no other way. But you guys in government are still living the old flamboyant lifestyle, wastages, Confidence spending is what we see every day. Buying SUV spend. Look at what the report we had over the weekend, Sandra. Over 250 million naira used to decorate events for the wife of the president. 250 million naira to be decorating event center for the event of the wife of the president. So that's what we're saying, that nobody is going to throw this kind of reform when you are not showing any example. And then for the schools, Sandra, so that you can open your phone lines. I'm sorry, parents have to find a way to wait through the trouble time. It's an appeal to school owners now to also understand the situation of Nigeria. Although we are not entitled to it, but somehow we have to take care of ourselves. And there are parents that may not be able to afford the school their children used to go to. There's nothing wrong in downgrading. I'm sorry, Sandra.
Yeah,
you have to keep yourself afloat. It's not shameful to downgrade because that's where we find ourselves. If you cannot afford the school your children go to, look for the one you can afford. Maybe back it up with some home lesson, Sandra, at least for the period, so that you don't run into trouble. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Saifwad. I was just going to mention that, but I just didn't, some people would say, oh no, I want the best and all, but I really don't see anything wrong. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it. Just look for the best, most affordable that that's within your price range. That's the best that you can do for your child right now. It's better than just staying at home and wasting productive time, in trying to, put money together to pay for the current school fees. 09136004110. That is the number to call to join the conversation. We're live on Facebook and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. All right. So you can join the conversation on both platforms, Facebook and YouTube. You can drop your comment in the live chat section. We'll take them as the show progresses. We're also taking WhatsApp messages at 0913-6000-430. That's for WhatsApp messages. 0913-6000-430. For the phone line, it's 0913-6000-410. So let's have a conversation. You have the two focal points on the table. This is Mainland 98.3 FM, and you're on to Mainland Focus. We have just 2 minutes. Please let's stick within the 2 minutes that's allotted to the callers. Would appreciate if we can, respect that time, so we can take as many submissions as possible. Time check right now is 8:55 a.m. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Hello, how are you today?
I'm well, thank you.
This is Samuel, still calling from Tụ̀kwàsì.
All right.
Concerning the issue of fuel, I just want to appeal to Nigerians that they should take care of themselves. When our president was trying to defend, the first time he spoke about the increase in this recent increase, he was trying to defend this in China. He told the whole world, go and listen to him very well, that the stability in electricity we are witnessing, as well as running water, they all come at a cost. My sister, are you experiencing running water or pipe-borne water in any part of Nigeria? Please, I don't know. I have always tell you people that we have entered one chance. Let me answer for what. At a Lagosian, my brother, you said that you are interested in knowing where the several millions of dollars paid by Dangote to Lagosian. But you all witnessed when APC was conducting its primary that they were sharing dollars here. So I just want to give you an idea where your money is. I wish you well. I wish Nigerians well. We have entered one chance. Yes, when you elect somebody that is surrounded by controversy, everything about him all about controversy, you don't expect anything less than what is happening. One see that we have entered. I don't know, maybe God will deliver us. This is captivity, this is slavery. This is pure slavery. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sam. I appreciate your contribution. All right. Well, hello, good morning.
Hello, Sandra, good morning.
Good morning.
Agafa, good morning.
Hi, it's with us. Carry on.
My name is Lucky Pempe and Apaja. I think as we left to we have one chance. This is a very big one chance we enter. A situation whereby I can say that the Minister of Petroleum is shady corruption in the industry. Because the problem is that I listened to one of the House members. He said if they invite the DG, the MD of NFP, same person they will not direct the whole thing to the Minister of Petroleum. That you ask this one Minister of Petroleum. That's the problem. And nobody want to invite the Minister of Petroleum. So that is where the problem is coming from. Nobody want to invite him as a president. I'm appealing to the National Assembly. They should invite him not because of the president. They should remove the president from the other. They invite him as a minister so that you answer questions. I listened to him when he was speaking in Japan, a bit China. I shake my head. I don't know where we are going. This man, president, he don't know what's happening in Nigeria. He don't feel the pains of Nigeria. All he's telling, as we are talking, even this NFPC are told that they're owing about $16 billion. Sandra, and they tell you it's a lie, yo. If you check it very well, you are the owner of those industries. The same then they want to find a way to remove the money for 2027. I will tell you somebody one day. If Julius Berger is working in Lagos here, if you give Julius Berger $1 million, he will do $1 million job first. But if you give high tech $1 million, they can do it because they will get their money so quick. Where Julius Berger will not get their own. So that is what we have. They want to recoup their money. They say we are owing. What are we owing? Okay, when they were campaigning, they say when Jacob start work now, we are going to enjoy food oil. See what we are getting now. See what we are saying. Is that what is it? Now so we go there.
Thank you, Mr. Lucky. Thank you very much, Mr. Lucky. I appreciate. 09136000410. We got some messages during trends in the papers, so I'll just take one or two of them as we move on to other messages for this morning. I have here Paul Nwosu on Facebook shared this morning. Good morning. The truth is that oh no, okay, this isn't for this morning. All right. I would. Good morning, Sandra and Fuad. NNPCL deliberately puts us in this mess of fuel scarcity. We are now, for over 3 decades, none of our refineries is functioning. God deal. And that's Kabiru Adigbero, who shared his message earlier on trends in the papers. All right, we have some messages for Milan Focus, so we'll just move on to that one. 09136000410. That is still the number to call to join the conversation. Time check right now is 9 o'clock. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes.
Peter Monse from Shomulu.
All right.
Now, Sandra, all the cries of Nigeria, you raise the fuel, you remove the subsidy, you raise the electricity tariff, and you are the Minister for Petroleum, and Nigerians have been crying. Palano has spoken, NLC has spoken, Atiku Abubakar has appealed. He has told us that Tinubu is going to set Nigeria on fire. Has Tinubu not been getting all this? I'm wondering, because in China it's saying that we need to make sacrifice and then we get what we want. And I want to ask, as a Christian, when sacrifices are made, who eats the sacrifice? It is the God that eats the sacrifice, whether the sacrifice is made by Babalawo or by prophet. It's either devil will eat the sacrifice or the God of heaven will take the sacrifice of his friend. Now in this case, all the sacrifices we have made, is Tinubu the God that is eating the sacrifice? Because I want to put it this way. We make sacrifice, you buy a private airline. I mean a presidential airline. We make sacrifice, you buy yacht. We make sacrifice, you buy bulletproof. We make sacrifice, you renovate a vice president's house. We make sacrifice, you are living big, you are traveling all. So is it God that is eating the sacrifice we made? Even the devil, when he takes sacrifice, he will relieve you of your problem. Why is it that he has been eating all the sacrifice we made and we are not relieved of the problem? Children cannot resume today. I took my sister's son to school last week. After we have bought the form 10,000, did medical test 15,000. At the end of the day, we want to go and see how much. The money that we were expecting that would be 350,000 was 650,000. And my sister said, son, I cannot go to school because my mommy has not bought the uniform. There are 4 of them. Tell me, is it come to destroy or did you come to build? Because if Nigerians' lives are destroyed, the economy are destroyed, and Tinubu is hearing, and it's still... Sandra, please have a nice day. Let me leave it at that.
And you as well. Thank you very much, Mr. Peter. Appreciate your contribution. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Madam Sandra.
Yes, good
How
morning.
are you?
I'm well, thank you very much.
Okay. What of my friend Fuad?
He's well, thank you.
Okay. This is the Barrister Peter Oku. I'm calling from Mende, Maryland.
You're
Yes.
welcome, Barrister Peter.
Yeah, God bless you. On the issues we are focusing on this morning, especially on the continued scarcity of petroleum products, if I'm not mistaken. I think the major problem of this administration is lack of sincerity. You see, when you have a government that the people cannot trust, there is a trust gap between the government and the people. And under that situation, everything is hopeless. Because if Bola Tinubu wakes up today or tomorrow and tells you anything, no Nigerian will believe him. There's a big trust gap. So, well, if a president wakes up and tells the people, my people, things are very difficult, this and that, give everybody hope. People will bear it. But there's not a single thing this government, the APC government in general, will tell Nigerians and they believe them. Because they have deceived us enough. We are no more ready to accept all this deception. So what I want to tell my fellow countrymen is that from now on, we have to tighten our belt. And by tightening our belt, we have to take back our country from this APC government. The country belongs to 250 million Nigerians.
Thank you, Barrister Peter.
Yes, God bless you. Not up to 5,000 people are oppressing all of us. We are not going to accept it. We are ready to die. Abraham Lincoln says that
it's okay.
It is better you die or.
It's all right. Thank you very much, Barrister Peter. I appreciate it. Don't forget, we're live on Facebook and YouTube, so you can drop your submissions in our live chat section and we'll read them as the show progresses. All right, at Mainland 98.3 FM. That's the handle to look out for. It's 5 minutes past 9.
Hello.
Please turn down. Okay, thank you. Good morning.
John from Oba. How are you, boy?
He's well, thank you.
Yeah. Kudos to Barrister Conde. Yeah, man. Sandra, so on a more serious note, honestly, we've been talking. We've been lamenting, just lamentation of Sodom. What are we going to do? I'm not suggesting forceful means, and I have suggested that we talk about referendum because these people, yes, so from the people, the law from the people that is common from the people, because the way you look at you are increasing VAT now. Despite all the complaints, and we have been complaining about electricity tariff, about the hike in fuel price, about the escalating inflation. You are still increasing VAT. You are listening to brigades that came recently and said that all we need is to increase more taxation, and you pander to wage and car prices, just like they have been doing to IMF, to all these international monetary funds, to all these Western powers. Listen to them, because they too they are benefiting from these obnoxious policies they are facing on us. And see again, you increase tax now. Of this VAT. Despite the fact that we in the business climate, we are complaining. We are shouting that we are down here, and some are down, some are even left the business environment. And you are not concerned. What the point is, what have we done what have we done? What is our crime? What is our offense now? So that, can you answer me?
How would I know people our offense? I'm not the perpetrator of the ills that we are going through. Unfortunately, I can't answer that.
For me as a father, if my children complain of one thing, I will look into it. I will call them. I will sit down with them. I will look at it. I will dissect it. and we are at a very conducive agreement that will be beneficial to us. But they are not listening to us. Now, wow.
Thank you very much, Mr. Yes, good morning to you as well. Thank you very much, Mr. John from Ogba. Fuad Sahid, you're welcome to the studio.
Yeah, thank you, Sandra, for having me in the studio, and to Mr. John. I think the Minister of Finance has said that VAT is still 7.5%. There's no increase for now. That's what he said.
That's the report that we're getting in.
But again, it's tough really for Nigeria, Sandra. Nobody can doubt that.
Hello, Sandra.
Yes, good morning.
Morning, thank you. Wow, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes. You see, my home concern, the way I feel about this, our country. If we need to, be reasonable, we need to even, say the fact to ourselves. We have been in slumber all along. Nigerians, we should know that. Why I'm saying is this. Wow, you remember the issue of China. We're all aware. China during the time when the economy is down, these people are eating lizards. You understand? We all know with a very large population, but they came out with a kind of communique that whoever that defraud the government of China is going to face death penalty, and that thing is existing today. Within a couple of periods, China came up. People are rushing to China. China, I think, is number one, war power, war economic power today. You see, what happened to Nigeria is not from God. It's a man-made issue. The collapse of our economy is based on our leaders, especially, when we started this, democracy. To me, we have not gained anything in democracy. And I remember you remember the late Alhaji the former governor of Kano.
Yes.
He made mention that he shout. He said, what is left for Nigeria is central bank. So what are we? You see, the extent they continue to make us all our leaders, no exception, up to today. Look at the refinery we are talking about. Look at where we are. So that is the position. Why is the president we just women about because he didn't make anything on the ground, nothing, he just tried to juggle himself. He tried to save APC. That's the fundamental truth. But at the same time, like we said, for us, the ball is left for us. Nigerians should not think of themselves. Know how we are going to. You see, we have seen the handwriting. It's only God that can save us from this issue. I don't have more to say, but we have to tell ourselves the truth. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your contribution this morning. 10 minutes past 9. This is Midland 98.3 FM. Hello.
Hello. Good morning. My name is Friday. I'm calling from Poland.
Mr. Friday, I need you to speak a little bit louder so we can hear you clearly.
Okay. You see, the traditional rulers who went to Aso Rock during the government protest period, they should go and meet Tinubu and advise him that the people are hungry. We cannot more bear this pain. We voted him to give us better life. But today, I don't know how many percentage of Nigerians will say they are enjoying better life from Tinubu and APC government. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. I don't know if that's a question or a charge to the traditional rulers. Hello.
Sandra, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Don Peters.
Good morning, Don Peters.
Sandra, on this subject matter, I must tell you the truth. Nigerians are suffering. My phone have been ringing from east where people are calling because of their children are resuming from school. They need help. Sandra, the poor is eating up the middle class right now in Nigeria. There are so many people who do not know where to go to. Fahad, I will disagree with your guest on the platform yesterday on one line. I have never disagreed with Mr. Curtis before, but I will disagree with him in what he said yesterday. One line, he said that this APC are not in charge of anything, but there is something they are in charge of: intimidation and gagging. That is what they are in charge of. They want to gag all Nigerians.
They want to gag all of us and intimidate all of us not to speak up on what is going on. Right now, I bought a fuel again today at Alakeja area because that is the only place I can find fuel. 101 for a liter. People are calling. People I don't even know. Their children's school fees, their children uniform, their children this, their children that. Am I the government? Are we the government? People who have been ordinarily been paying their children's school fees can no longer pay. People can no longer feed. It's terrible. Honestly speaking, I don't even know how to change my phone line because this is my business line, so that people can stop. I don't know. It is a pity. These people are only in charge of intimidation. That is only what they are in charge of, and it's unfortunate.
Right.
Right.
Thank you.
Something that Don Peters has said this morning that is key for me: the lower class eating up the middle class.
There's no middle class anymore.
The middle class is even dropping down the ladder.
Has
really
dropped
down the ladder. So you have a situation where that floating middle class has to contend with the demands of the people down the ladder. People would have to continue to call you. Sandra, sometimes you're afraid to even put on your data to look at your WhatsApp messages. So I understand what he's saying. People are going to come for all manner of help. That's the story of Nigeria at this time. And that's what we're saying. All of these reforms you're talking about, for people to trust your reform, they need to see that example. They need to see that you're also tightening your belt. That's why I talked about Jᴏɪᴜ of Argentina. People now trust his reform, Sandra, despite the suffering in the land. But they know that, look, he started with himself and the people in government.
All right. Let's take some messages now. I will be back to the phone line in a bit. It's still Milan 98.3 FM. I have here on WhatsApp. Good morning, Steve Ikelu from Maryland. NNPC is a nightmare. The cost of truth in Nigeria today is far more costly than PMS. As NNPC and the Ministry of Petroleum kept saying one thing in the morning and then another thing is in the evening, the last 15 months of this government has been an experience of wailing, weeping, and gnashing of teeth for Nigerians. God have mercy. And that's Steve Ikelu from Maryland sharing that one. I also have Michael from Alimosho saying, I implore Oga Dangote to put the people first before his...
I don't know why we are so entitled to
somebody else's business story. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't know. Dangote refinery, we don't own Dangote refinery.
The 7.2%, that's
out of 100. Let's cut the guy some slack. But then
and the man has told you he's taking his fuel out if you guys cannot buy. If you
can't afford it, because he has to make money. And that's just the truth. The painful truth is that anybody that goes into business hopes to make some profit from it. Why are we not saying that our refineries or NNPCs
we can now begin to feel entitled because that's our own?
Why are we not entitled to Warri Refinery? Why are you not feeling entitled to Port Harcourt Refinery, Kaduna Refinery? Why are you feeling entitled to another person's business? Why? Stop it.
We have $1 billion there, Sandra.
That $1 billion, is cash or fuel?
It was cash, actually. It was cash.
Sure it's cash.
Well, they said it was cash.
They said it's all right.
Now we have to begin to
I implore Oga Dangote to put the people first before his selfish interest this time on his own business. To your law. Well, it's okay. If he decides to align with corrupt people in government, he should know that another administration will come in and register and support other refineries to compete with him. That's not a problem.
That's not a problem.
He's a businessman. That's expected. The table can turn anytime. This is the time for Dangote to rewrite his name in gold.
By selling the fuel free.
What?
Right?
Somebody wants to go and borrow 20 billion and you're telling him to sell.
That you write his name in gold.
Dangote is already doing charity. He's sharing rice everywhere in the north. I don't know if you are following it. Have you been following the Aliko Dangote Foundation and even in the southwest as well? They've been sharing different food items.
We can understand rice sharing from Dangote. He's a businessman.
That's what I'm saying. He's doing some humanitarian work already by sharing rice. But you should now not use his own business.
You can't share fuel now.
Fuad is selling, has a pure water factory, and then because Fuad wants to do good for the people,
I should just sell it for free. Maybe you should just give Nigerians fuel. Maybe they start to trust him.
Stop it, it's okay. All right, still the messages I have here. Ifeanyi from Asheshe saying good morning. On allowances owed to border securities, why wouldn't they think? I don't know how this came into the conversation. It's not on the table, but thank you very much, Ifeanyi. I appreciate your contribution. Good morning. On the fuel hike or petrol price hike, The federal government knows once Dangote is on board, prices will drop and their monthly sharing of booties will drop. So NNPCL came out, barred Dangote to wait till September 15th. Who knows whether they may change it again till month end. They want to milk Nigerians to death, but God will deliver us. Federal government are in a strait, no money to pay minimum wage for now. Crude had been mortgaged already. No other avenues for inflow of funds to federal government. This is chaotic. Nigeria needs prayer. May God intervene. Basi from Ogudu.
Chaotic, the operative word. Keyword, yes, Sandra. Very chaotic.
Very, very. It's messy as well. All right. I will also have here, Tochukwuti Adele Thompson is saying, look, let me tell all the truth. Our study of events showed. Dangote Refinery is an appendage of the NNPC.
That's you have to be careful.
No.
This kind.
Let's be very, very. It's all right.
Yes. He's told you what the NNPC has been able to do. 7.2%. That's $1 billion. That's all. And nobody has debunked that.
I will not assist you to push out this narrative, so I'll just put that loud. Yeah. Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Tochukwuti Adele from Thompson. Appreciate. Tokwe from Okoko Michael. Good morning to the entire mainland crew. Why is it that the president just decided to do the right thing at the wrong time? Listen to his speech in China for him to say that we need free things, that we need to pay for it by taking some difficult steps, by inflicting hard policy on us. Next one is VAT increase. What
Sandra
has been this?
See, the government, the president, and the people in government seems to live in a bubble. They live in their own reality, really. Because this continuous talk about hard decisions. We're saying it's one-sided. That's what Nigerians are saying. On the side of the government, where is that top decision? They should tell us. It can't be one-sided.
What happened to the guys who were supposed to have their salaries for us?
The rights people, they missed it. We have to ask questions.
Have to ask
because they missed it in July.
We didn't ask them. They promised to do
they
it
missed
for
it
us.
In July. They said they did
August. And we're in September
so
now.
They should at least. I told you we were in those 2 months.
Yes.
July, August. So they should not even collect. They should not even collect anything in August at all.
No.
So have they even done it?
They've been paid for August. We're in September. So it's September.
So they are quiet.
They've been quiet. Are they doing it? Guys, would they do it? They promised us. We didn't go. See, I don't like things like this because we didn't ask for it.
We forgot it. Fuel queues have killed our memories.
We didn't ask for it. They came and said, "See, you guys, in order to show our solidarity with the hardship, let's reduce our salary. Our salary is 600,000. We'll be collecting 300,000 for the next 6 months." And even that small thing, they are struggling to do. All right. Thank you, Tokwe from Okoko Michael. Let's go back to the phone line 0913-6000-410. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Ifan calling from Oshodi.
You're welcome.
All right, Mr. Ifan, you're welcome.
Yeah. What I want to talk of is about the reform in Tinubu's cabinet. So my question is, after this reform,
Hello, Mr. Ifan. Oh,
yeah, the line.
I'm interested in that cabinet conversation. Yeah, because someone was telling me over the weekend that is there any clear-cut direction for this administration?
Nothing. If people can argue, there's no direction as far as I'm concerned.
0913-6000-410. That is the number to call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Oluwabumi calling from Movie.
Oluwabumi.
Calling from Movie.
From Mwe, yes. Good morning, madam.
Yes.
You're welcome.
My children cannot even go to school this time. This time. My children are not beginning because there's no money. So please, this government should do something. Honestly, I'm tired. We are tired. Even this money, there's nothing to eat. So this over and there's nothing is working. Please, people should tell the government to honestly, we are tired of it. We are tired. My husband is a satellite installer. There is no work. We are fed up.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, Good morning.
Good morning, Ms. Oluwabumi. Thank you very much. Yes, look at that. All right. I mean, these are they're still considered luxury. All right, when you want to install, the cable TV.
Installing anything again.
People are not subscribing for that. People are not even
So you want to
subscribed.
eat, you say subscribe.
People would rather, if I see money, let me buy food, let me eat before I even think of cable.
Good morning.
Good morning.
When you wake up and you see that you are like your wife and children are like, you have to be grateful to God. As I'm talking to you now, we are 6 in the house. I'm already thinking of what we will eat. And do you believe it, as expensive as bread is, it's still the cheapest food to eat. I'm telling you, it's still the cheapest food to eat now. Last week, somebody called me. Oh, no, I saw somebody last week. And I told him, I said, that is your health, because he's been having health challenges. And he began to narrate stories, how he wants to go to hospital. I said, okay, call me on Friday. He called me. I told him, this is how much I have. You won't believe how much I had to give to him. He immediately sent his account. And I sent that money. If you see how grateful he was. For a money that to me does not matter, that does not mean anything. You know, this is the level we have found ourselves. It's 70,000 naira now. How much is it in dollars? How much is it in dollars? What? That woman that called now talking about what to eat and all of that. These are just the realities of life. We are surrounded. Me, I have not been able to take care of myself. But out of the little again, I will still look for somebody to be able to say take. You know? But this man, like you have said, that is telling us that we should go and adjust this, adjust that. What form of adjustment has he made? Rightly so, if this man shows us that the presidency and the executives are cutting costs, Nigerians will adjust because they know that there are better days ahead. But the truth is that there is no sign, you know. He keeps on telling us, I feel your pain. And he does not feel anything, no. He's just having a fun, you know. So for me, on this issue of this country, honestly, the man told us it is his turn. So it is just his turn. Let him do his turn. Maybe by the next 4 years, we'll be white. All the people supporting him here now, I can see them now. They are in my area now. But you will see when it's time again. I don't know. You will see they will still go and start supporting him again.
All right.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Don Peters. I appreciate your contribution this morning. Let's take a break from the phone line and take some Facebook messages. We have quite a number of them here. Okay, 25 minutes past 9 and you're on to Mainland 98.3 FM. The conversation is back to school. Parents groan as fees and fares spike by over 70% amid dropout concerns. Petrol price hike. Nigerians at a breaking point. NLC and ATIKU won. It's a crisis of survival at this time now. All right. So what we have on Facebook, Jᴏɪᴜ Aᴊɪ๽ᴏᴟ is saying this people ruling is okay. Thank you very much. Also have Lukman Oladipupo. Good morning from Dakar, Senegal.
You know the Jackpot
Man Jackpot to African country.
And he's always peppering us.
And in Senegal. And he's always peppering us that you people. My prayers are with you. Imagine someone from in Senegal. He's praying for us.
But had a young Fai, the new guy, you know, who has been doing all manner of reforms too.
That young guy that has 2 wives.
Yeah, yes, that has 2 wives. Yeah, it's not a problem too.
No, I just that's what I used to remember him.
out of all the things. but again, he's doing a lot of work, really. You know, showing example, tough reforms, but you know, he's also leading by example. There's nothing profligate around him. There's no wasteful spending around him. He's cutting his own cloth too, starting with himself. So people are able to trust him. Look, the Argentinian president, Sandra, when he was campaigning, he takes around a chainsaw to say, look, I'm going to cut down everything. But the cutting is not just about what the poor is benefiting. The
people, even from him, to the government, to the presidency.
And inflation has dropped heavily in Argentina. So now that people are even feeling the pain, they are ready to wait because they can see that it's taking them somewhere. Like you asked me now, Sandra, what is the policy direction of the government? Nobody knows.
Renewed hope.
Take your messages, Sandra.
I feel like Faz is going to flog me after this show. Lukman Oladipupọ, good morning from Dakar, Senegal. Well, I pray our leaders open their heart to know what's good and how to do good. What's the purpose of governance other than making the masses happy? They have turned Nigerians to persons of palliatives. Our leaders should fear the day they will be lowered to the grave. Lukman Oladipupọ, thank you very much. I also have a Patrick Obiazo is saying, since after the public entertainment and childish arrogance by Dave Umahi with respect to the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, of which we have no information about any progress, the minister has since gone into silence or hiding mode. Meanwhile, existing federal roads across the country, more so the East-West Strategic Road in the same Niger Delta state, have become an agonizing nightmare.
Even Lagos to Benin, Lagos to Shagamu. Check all the roads already.
Commuting through that road. The Benin-Auchi Road no longer exists as a highway, but a gully passage, while the Enugu-Makurdi Road is the shame of a nation. Please, where is Minister Dave Umahi? Has he resigned or fully engaged in his calling of preaching the gospel of Tinubu? Federal roads across the country are crying for attention. Well, if you're calling out ministers, I'm calling out the Agric minister. That's all.
The man has been on holiday, Sandra. Doing nothing.
From the day he was appointed till now.
That great minister.
The
last time I saw him on TV, he had this big agbada, well starched, and that's all.
That's the only person that I am calling out. Inability of parents to enroll their wards can be visible all around, but government seems to turn blind eye to their plight. My candid advice to the school owners is reverse to the old ways of writing schoolworks in exercise books, not in textbooks. So one can hand it over to the younger one, and parents will choose the
danger that those that are printing the textbooks too would have to suffer. So the printers, who the publishers of these textbooks, would have to also downsize, lay off staff. So,
but how did we move from my sister's books, I can read through it and I can get what I need to get from it, to now every child needs to have
because
its
you're writing
own
the
books.
Textbooks now.
Yes. Every child needs to have their own
then
book.
Then they write on the board, you write in your books, But
and then, not even that, the textbooks, I can use my sister's.
You should be writing with pencil, you clean it, somebody else use it.
The teacher has marked inside.
No, you should not mark inside again.
It will mark.
Or mark with pencil.
All right, still on that particular message, Tinubu on his return from China called for patience while him and his cohorts are living flamboyantly while people are dying, and that's Chika Bendy from Trade Fair sharing his own WhatsApp there on Facebook. Still on Facebook, I have, it is unfortunate the hardship and suffering of the policies of President Tinubu while himself and other politicians are living in luxury at the expense of suffering masses. The solution is the president should reverse the subsidy gun policy, reduce the present fuel price from 1,001 to 400, and resign as petroleum minister and appoint a minister of petroleum. The masses are to fight for themselves as far as petrol is concerned. The NLC, even ATIKU will not fight for us. And that's Benjamin from Shogule sharing that one on Facebook. Sam, Derek, Mason, good morning. I really appreciate you guys for the good job you guys are doing. Keep it up. And that's Sam Derek from VGC. I also have here Temitakwa Notoe saying, from all indications, it's glaring that President Tinubu's administration is deliberately making and coming up with policies that will continue to push the citizens more into economic hardship following the increase. Okay, that has been debunked, the VAT increase, all right. But then deduction of 50 naira on every 10,000 naira transaction carried out online, that's still ongoing there, despite the increase in pump price. Where is the renewed hope? No wonder Ajuri resigned. Also, there's no doubt that considering the bad economic situation in the country, private schools will increase their fees so as to meet up with the running cost of schools. My advice for parents is to send their child or children to school they can afford, even if it's a public school, and government should try to speed up the transfer process of getting students into any of these public schools. God bless Nigeria. Temitakwa Notoe from Ijagemo community here on Facebook. Morufat Akinola on Facebook is also sharing. Good morning. Nigeria's situation is just like this scenario. You saw someone glowing due to one supplement the person is taking. You go and buy the supplement too without asking the person which food is taken along with that supplement that makes the supplement more effective. I think that analogy goes for removal of subsidy. All right, 0913 6000 410. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sandra.
Yes,
this is Gift calling from Ketu this morning. Oga Fuad, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
See, it's so painful when the president tells us to tighten our belts and then we should be patient and the likes. It's annoying. Because even as an individual, as a parent, as a youth, even for someone like me that I'm not even married, I don't have a child yet. If I have a word staying with me, my word's comfort is my priority even before mine. I put my word's priority before mine. You as the president, you are buying PGs, buying yachts, doing this, doing that, and telling you Nigerians to tighten up. Is it until we die? I don't understand. Is it until we die? We have people that can't even return back to school. Kids can't return back to school. That means automatically the out of school children ratio is going to spike more. Sure, you get my point. Now, by the time those out of school children get into the street, crime would increase.
Insecurity will fester.
I don't understand. Now we're just dancing around the cycle. We keep complaining and complaining and complaining, and nothing is happening. I don't get it. This is not working. It's not working at all. The one that comes from Akoka that defends the government, it's no longer calling again. It's Akoka, or where does it come from? I don't want to mention his name.
We don't know.
It's not calling again. It's okay. But I'm not becoming a for what. It's okay. It's all right. Have a good day.
It's okay. All right. Thank you very much. I don't even know who that person is, and I don't even want to remember. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Madam Sandra and Oga Fuad.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Daniel, and I'm calling from Idimbu.
All right.
You're welcome.
Okay, so please, Oga Fuad, I just want you to laugh this morning. You know, somebody, Madam Sandra was reading a message, or somebody said talking about. Omahi and you are talking about the federal roads. Within the last week, I went to Edo State. So coming from Ekpoma to Benin bypass, that federal road, I don't know, I think it's the state government that did that. They put a very large signboard because the road is very, very bad. It's a place there with us. It is a federal government road. So they're trying to tell us that there is nothing they can do. It is the federal government that is responsible for the road. So that's why I just cannot want to call anybody. Thank you, sir.
It's all right.
I know what, Sandra, talking about these roads. I thought these were going to be low-hanging fruits for this government. Instead of going into these heavy so-called legacy project roads of Calabar.
I think the legacy would even be more on if you finish a complete road, everybody always refer to you and say, oh, this road was bad, it was finished by this person.
Even if it's not just
done by this person.
Do massive reconstruction, just make it more travelable for people. People now say, oh, we now travel, the roads are better. Those are things that can really endear the government to the people. But you start a coastal road that you will never finish in the time of this government.
Lagos-Ibadan Expressway has been 64 years since that road started. The road, they're still working on one portion or the other.
I think the whole project started from Obasanjo
as head of state.
Yes, as in the reconstruction.
Oh, reconstruction.
But as of today, it is official that the road is not yet completed.
No,
as of today, it is still ongoing.
No.
So whereas there are things, the Lagos-Shagamu, Lagos-Benin road, the East-West, so many roads around that need quick attention, quick fix. We started a coastal road, and we'll be talking about Badagry Sokoto. That one, I'm sure that's just a mirage, really.
I mean, former Minister of Works, we can always refer to the second Niger bridge. That's Babatunde Raji Fashola. Yes. Oh, okay. It was during his.
Well, the argument would be that this is just going to the second. No, this is going to the second year of this administration. But what people are saying is that look, these roads you start. Okay, let's see how it goes. Really.
Let's give them time.
All
right. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Malam Salah.
Oh, Malam Salah. You need to speak louder.
Okay, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Perfect.
I'm with you.
Okay, fine. You see, one thing is this. For me, as Malam Salah, right from the beginning, I've never voted for this president before. My reason is very simple. I'm a card-carrying member of APC. Right? Good. I have registered myself. I have my card, everything. But do you know what? I look at him. By the grace of God, I was in Lagos throughout his 8 years as the governor of Lagos State. Please, can someone call this program and tell me one single thing? Just one. Even pedestrian bridge, one, that constructed by this president. because I watch him live on television that the total money he got every month, total IGR and everything is 600 million. Then what is overhead? That is staff also. He's telling you that what he is getting is not enough for him to keep any project. So if someone calls this project this program and try to divert people's attention and send us the history that from 1999 whatever, can someone tell me from 1999 to 2003 a government that was giving distributing palliative to Nigerians? Come on, let us tell ourselves the truth. This man has nothing to offer. He's here living like emperor. People are begging. Now look at that woman that called. Listen to that woman that called.
Yeah, the pain in her voice, the one from Mowé. Yeah.
You see, and she's telling you the truth. I say, mother, forward. Me and you as a man, sometimes we remove our eyes. But a woman can never turn her face on her king. People turn to be a beggar. And the president here living. Okay, now tell me now. You just come in, you put about 49 ministers of it. Doing nothing overhead, running costs on Nigerians. And you say that you come to reform what? Reform what?
Right.
Okay, let me tell you, sir. To be honest with you, Nigeria will not continue like this. Because I don't know how long people will start the begging. You turn to people destitute, beggars. You wake up with the money, you don't know where to go. Children are hopeless. You make women widows while their husbands are alive. You make husbands are just like, widows. Children are just orphans with their parents alive. You can see a hopeless life, have no direction. People will do like this. 250 million Nigerians is marketing in Nigeria and China that we have a population. Population that about 90% of them are poor, have no hope. Then is that a crowd for anyway, time will tell.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Like I was saying, Sandra, again talking about reforms. Argentinian president reduced his ministers from 18 to 9. Meaning he was sworn in. On
his first day in office.
Look, it's not going to be business as usual. But here we moved from 30-something to 48, 49.
There's one that is
on suspension. Yeah, but I'm talking about practical example of how leaders are able to get the people to trust them. Practical.
Well, maybe it's also an investment. One way or the other, I can't get over the 344 senior special advisors that were recently appointed in Ondo State. I don't know what's going on.
WK did something like that too.
Are you sure you didn't say Okwe's name? Is that list?
We'll ask him.
I need to ask him because
I've told you that the report from Ondo State is that look, we are
the Christmas
the man is making everybody happy.
Everybody in Ondo State.
He has to make everybody happy. He wants to win.
I know people from Ondo State too. I should start. Maybe they will share fuel.
But you are not from Ondo State, so you can't get appointment. So,
but Yayi is coming.
Don't
worry.
Sandra.
We should leave.
But honestly, on this issue, I think the president needs to, wake up to the reality of Nigerians. He needs to, wake up from living in that bubble of excitement of being the president. Is my time. There's no other way. These reforms have to come. Nigerians have to endure the thing. Nigerians are saying that, look, we are not seeing you showing any example. It's difficult to trust this government.
I have here on Facebook, Christopher F. Young saying, good morning. Why are we crying? Has Tinubu not told Nigerians he's going to continue from where Buhari stopped? Mr. Curtis said something yesterday that if we're supposed to start from where he stopped, then we won't have this, He has
taken it to another level. That's what Nigerians are saying.
He did not start from where he stopped. It's totally different. I have here, it's just totally brand new way. I have here on WhatsApp, good morning. My name is Matthias from Mowé. You see, this is our president. He doesn't have anything to offer. During the campaigns, he never promised us anything. He has actually fulfilled his promise. He said, I will slow down the economy, widen the tax net. Oh, yeah.
I guess you don't speak Yoruba, but he promised us. I will bring it down. Fuel particularly, he talked about it. We played the audio.
All Tinubu came for is just for the name. I was once president. Nigerians should stop hoping that something good will come out of this government. Thank you, Matthias. I appreciate your contribution. Balaji from Ijoko. Sandra says that today Nigeria can only be good again if Nigerians will take back their country by requesting for electoral laws which can make our votes to count. NNPCL and Dangote are performing their respective roles in a movie titled The Faces of Nigerians' Enemies. The people in authority are deceitful. It's very urgent and important to have conversations on other mineral resources being taken away from our country on a daily basis by the foreigners in collaboration with our leaders. Dapo Abiodun should please fix the Jᴏɪᴜ Agbado Road, 14 years of abandonment. Thank you very much. And that is Bolaji from Ijoko. I also have here, good morning. If the presidency is listening to this discussion, I am appealing the president's wife, like Pilate's wife, to read 1 Kings chapter 22 verse 6 downwards and advise her husband, the president, about what happened to King Ahab when he was deceived by those around him. Triple A from Ojo sharing that one.
Luckily, the president's wife is a pastor, so I think it will be easy if she's listening or someone is listening. I can tell her. So she's a pastor. Doubts that.
Good morning, Fuad. I want to ask the real meaning of market forces. It's coming across as government's ineptitude and improper coordination, so citizens run affairs freely, and resultant effect is what you refer to as market forces. Please clarify. Temi Dayo from Idimo is asking for it.
You've answered the question, and I will tell you it's just corruption. There's no market forces anywhere.
It's all right.
In this our own situation is what I'm saying.
Okay, didn't concern us. Good morning. Can't our economic reforms have human face or be citizen friendly? How will the government be paying workers 70k monthly and fuel is sold at about 1,000 naira per litre? The solutions are that this government should, as a matter of urgency, reverse all these policies and programs that have impoverished the masses. Vis-a-vis subsidy is gone. The floating of the naira, the extravagant, expensive executive expenses, embarking on policies and programs, short-term and long-term, that can turn this country and economy around for the better. Everything should not be fiat. Emeka Moses sharing that one there. I also have here Awolo Christopher from Shogunle. As regards the fuel increase and hardship, we're already traveling the same road to Venezuela. Docile majority Nigerians have been caged by humongous corrupt cabals. Only a higher order, either terrestrial or celestial, can rescue Nigeria and Nigerians. As Fuad would say, take care of yourself. Awolo Christopher from Shogunle sharing that one. Also, we have here, still on WhatsApp. Okay, this is a very long read. I may not be able to take that one as we have run out of time. But thank you to everyone who was a part of the conversation this morning. It always continues. Stay with us. 괏ᴜ Aᴑɪɪdé will be in the Situation Room by 4 p.m. By 1 p.m. we have Mainland Metro, and then okay, that's by 1 p.m. Milan Metro, and of course so many other programs all lined up for your listening pleasure. Rioja Opia will be here by 11:15 for Milan Business Cafe, so we can know what's going on in the business world and also the financial world as well. A lot is happening in the stock market, so you may want to look into that and take advantage of that for long-term investments. That is all right. My name is Omobola Sandra. Thank you very much, Said Fuad, for your time this morning. Coming up next by 10 o'clock is Global View. We'll be looking at the top 3 trending stories on the international scene. So please stay tuned.